What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope everyone is having a great day. What is up, Greedex? Happy April Fool's Day. Make sure you do not get fooled today. That's definitely on my list. If you're new here, welcome to the game. My name is Mike. I do financial trivia every Friday. So if you're new here, make sure you are subscribed. That way you get notified anytime I go live. Give me a second. I will switch screens and we will get started with the game today. All right, if you are new here, the way this will work, the first 5 questions are completely random. And then starting on question 6, we will dive into today's topic, which is stock market trivia using the Kahoot app. So we will see those questions starting on question 6. First question of the game. In France, which animal has come to characterize the observance of April Fool's Day? Yeah, and I saw another one where someone took a Dunkin' Donuts box and they put like broccoli inside of it. That would be a pretty mean prank to do on your coworkers. One answer for fish, and that is the correct answer. April Fool's Day is referred to as April Fish Day, with jokes and pranks usually being centered on fish. Let us introduce our, I guess, participants. We have Greedex. Welcome to the game, Greedex. And then Frugal Fam. Of course, that is me. Greedex says, "You look handsome." Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, it's not easy maintaining this beard. It's been uh, It's been about 2 years since I've shaved, so I'm trying to keep the beard going, basically as long as possible. On that note, I don't know if you guys have ever had a po' boy. It's basically, I don't know where everyone's from, but it's basically like a sandwich with fried shrimp, and then they put sauces and stuff on it. Super difficult to eat when you have like a long mustache. So I ate one of those yesterday, and that was definitely a challenge. We were on question two. Which country do cities of Perth, Adelaide, and Brisbane belong to? You can tell I definitely are not familiar with these cities because I'm not really sure how to pronounce that one. One answer for Australia. No, sorry, one answer for Wales. Correct answer is Australia. Only one I recognize there is Perth. The other ones are new to me. We are on question three. What is cynophobia, or maybe it's pronounced cynophobia? My fears. I never had a fear of heights. I actually like do enjoy heights. I think two things. I'm not a big fan of needles. Um, but my biggest fear. Well, I don't know if it's a big fear, but I'm not a fan of small spaces. So I guess that would be claustrophobia. Never been a big fan. Like if I could do spelunking. I think spelunking is when you go into a cave. Um, I think it'd be cool, but there's some things I wouldn't do because I just can't handle the small spaces. Cynophobia is the fear of dogs. One correct answer. Shout out to Greedex. Virtual high five. I promise. So we usually do 3 games. This is just round one. Um, we usually get more people that play later on, so hopefully we'll get some more participation in the second round. Greedex says you have a lot of subs. Um, I guess I've kind of been stuck at the. I haven't been able to break 150. I think the highest I've been is 147. Um, so definitely hoping I can get past the 150 mark. But yeah, it's just a long grind. YouTube is just a long process, basically. We are on question four of the random questions. What is the name of the biggest tech company in South Korea? Biggest tech company. And maybe the cell phone will give it away. We had one answer for Hitachi. Hitachi is actually a Japanese company. So the two answers on the left are Japanese. The Huawei is Chinese, and then Samsung is from South Korea. Um, Samsung is currently what I am on right now, the old dinosaur Samsung phone. Welcome to the game, Olivia. Olivia getting some points on the board. Greedex says I have grinded so much on YouTube. I have 315 subs. Dang, that's cool. Out of curiosity, what is your channel talk about? Like, so I try to do like personal finance. Are you like a gaming channel? Do you do vlogs? Makeup? I know there's like different types of channels. Ouija in the house. What is going on, Ouija? Greedex says gaming channel. Dang, that's cool. Follow-up question: if you do games, are you big into chess? I recently got into chess.com. I know it's kind of like a nerd game, but I'm kind of like drawn to it just because there's like strategy and you can beat people from other places around the world. But yeah, I've been into chess lately. Michael Jordan, first game ever, scored 16 points. 16 points against, let me look at my notes. In 1984, Michael Jordan scored 16 points against the Bullets. Um, and the Bulls ended up winning 109 to 93. Yeah, so for anyone that's new, first five questions are random. We just finished up the random questions. Now we are moving on to the topic of today, which is the stock market, using the Kahoot app. So these are going to be all stock market related questions. So to start off, question 6, what is the stock market? Ouija, I mentioned in the beginning of the game that don't forget today is April Fool's Day, so try not to get fooled anywhere you go today. I don't really have any April Fool's jokes to do today, but I'm sure some of your friends might, or if you have kids or anything. What is the stock market? A place where parts of businesses are bought and sold. Stock market lets buyers and sellers negotiate prices and make trades. Olivia, virtual high five, moving up into the first place position. Yeah, so this is round one. Try to do 3 rounds. Um, so usually we'll switch the questions up every round just to kind of keep the questions fresh. But yeah, usually the first round is pretty slow. Then we tend to get more people in the second and third rounds. Question 7. The name for a part of a business that is bought and sold on the stock market is called what? So if you're buying pieces of a company, are you buying parts of a company? Are you buying markers, stockers, or shares? It's also known, these are units of equity of ownership in a corporation. So these units, another name for these units are going to be called what? Answers all over the board. Correct answer is a share. That looks very sketchy. Gallery.temp device infector. Oh, that sounds malicious. Yeah, and of course, anyone who's new here, we tend to get robots that join the game. So if you are a human, this is just a free way to get some points on the board. Because robots tend to, yeah, so we have one wrong answer. So Greedex moving up to first. Ouija in second now. Olivia in third. Still plenty of questions to go. We're not even halfway through the game yet. Why would a company need to issue stock? So there's two ways to raise money. There is um, debt financing and equity financing. This would be considered equity financing. Debt is just like it sounds like. It's when you borrow money, then have to repay it back at an interest rate. This is going to be equity financing. So I guess I kind of gave the answer away. Anyone who's in the live chat, I did post a question at the top of the live chat. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? Let me know what you think in the live chat. Greedex moving up to raise money. That was the correct answer. You can buy stock in any company in the world. Also should mention I did not come up with these questions. I found these all online. I just recreated them into this game so we can all play together. So, question: would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? Ouija is going with live twice as long. Well, I guess I probably should have clarified how much the lottery is. Like, if is it only like $10,000? Is it 100,000? Is it a million? Is it 50 million? But Ouija and Greedex are saying live twice as long. So live, I guess, live to let's say 200 years instead of 100 years. You can buy stocks in any company in the world. False. There are plenty of companies that are not publicly traded. One of the companies, so I went to school, and the CFO of Bose is like the headphone company. Bose is actually not a publicly traded company, so they're a private company. There's an insurance company in my local hometown that's a private company. They're not listed on the stock exchange. Yeah, win the lottery or live twice as long. So here's my thing. Living twice as long would be cool, but if you've met anyone at the age of 100, they're pretty much like wheelchair bound. Like you're gonna be, I mean, maybe not, but you're probably gonna be in a wheelchair. So does that mean you have to live 100 years, basically, deteriorating, or are you gonna be young at 100 and then not actually get older until you reach 200? I don't know. I'm going down the rabbit hole with that question, but yeah, I would probably live twice as long. So yeah, Dow Jones is a collection of 30 of like 30 of the most top companies in the U.S. And by looking at it, it can provide you a snapshot of how the stock market and the U.S. economy is doing. Greedex moving up. All right, I think this is a poker player. Looks like it's a poker player. As long as you are 18 years old and have some money, you can invest. You can invest it into the stock market. Do you guys trade or buy stocks or anything? Buy and sell stocks? I went through a phase where I was day trading. I was trying, buying and selling in the same day, and then I lost a lot of money. So I stopped doing that, and now I just do the boring index funds where you just buy and hold, and then basically just never sell until you retire. That's where I'm at right now. But I know some people still buy and sell, you know, within the same day or within the same week. 1 and 1. Correct answer is true. I believe you can actually set up a custody account if you have your parents' permission if you're under 18. But for the most part, in order to set up a brokerage account, you need to be 18 years old. And Olivia moving up, well, actually still in third, but getting some points. Question or the last question of the game is question 23. I made that double points, so make sure you stick around for that question. Um, I feel like just in case there's a close tiebreaker, maybe the double point question will help somebody out. So we'll see that on question 23. Anyone have any cool plans for today? I know it's a Friday. It's April Fool's Day. Do you have any good pranks, maybe? I used to be a prankster when I was younger, but not so much now. All right, Apple is releasing a new iPhone that is predicted to change the cell phone world. Millions of people have pre-ordered it. What do you think will happen to their stock? Is the price of Apple going to go up or is it going to go down? This one you should be able to get. And when in doubt, just give it a guess. A few more seconds. And looks like everyone got that one right. Olivia moving up to second place. Man, that is sketchy. What is the fourth and fifth place mean? Device infector? That is that sounds sketchy. All right. Well, so I'm hoping you can read these. Basically, anytime the question is too long, I have to do a screenshot of it just because you can only have so many characters in the question at a time. So I'm going to read it off for you. Blank are arrangements of symbols or characters representing specific assets or securities listed on a stock exchange or traded publicly. Code names, ticker symbols, reputable sources, or stock nicknames. What do you guys think? Yeah, so another way of saying the question is if you wanted to buy Tesla, what is the symbol? So Tesla's symbol is TSLA. So what is that TSLA? What's another name for that? TSLA is going to be Tesla's ticker symbol. Um, so it's basically like the nickname for the company. Greedex on fire 3 in a row. So speaking of ticker symbol, what is the ticker symbol for Apple? I already told you the ticker symbol for Tesla, which is TSLA. Now it's what is the symbol for Apple? Apple, as in the company that makes iPhone, MacBook. Um, Not the phone that I have. I currently rock the old dinosaur Samsung Galaxy. I think I paid legit $90 for this phone. I just can't justify buying a smartphone for $1,000. It just doesn't make sense. So I always buy some of the oldest generations of phones because they basically all do the same thing. But yeah, mine was definitely under $100. Ticker symbol for Apple. Let's see what you guys think. Two answers for green, the bottom right. Correct answer is actually AAPL. So if you type in AAPL, it's basically the nickname that you're going to see on the stock market for Apple. All right, so we're still talking about stock tickers. If you see a stock ticker that has 4 or more letters, then you can probably guess on which exchange it's going to be on. There are definitely exceptions to this. Your choices are New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I forget what it stands for, but you can look that one up. Chicago Board of Trade, and then the National Stock Exchange. So Tesla, we saw Tesla was TSLA, that's 4 letters. So that is going to be traded on this exchange. A few more seconds. So yeah, Tesla is going to be traded on the NASDAQ. So anytime there's four letters. You can assume it's going to be on the Nasdaq. There are exceptions to that with like Facebook. Facebook, the ticker symbol is FB. That's only two letters. Facebook is actually on the Nasdaq. But most companies, four or more, are going to be traded on the Nasdaq. Now, this is kind of going the other direction. So if four or more are on the Nasdaq, then what is three or less? So don't choose the blue one. Don't choose Nasdaq because we already did that one. Would it be stock exchange, Chicago Board of Trade, or the National Stock Exchange? So it's three or less, and of course there are exceptions to this, but a majority of the stocks that have three or less letters are going to be traded on this exchange. And correct answer, New York Stock Exchange. There are exceptions, but yeah, companies like AMC, Boeing is BA, and then there are exceptions. Alibaba is called BABA. Um, but for the most part, if it's three or less, it's going to be on the New York Stock Exchange, and if it's four or more, it's going to be Nasdaq. We are on question 19 of 23. Simple little math problem here. You have $250 and you're willing to invest that into Apple stock. If Apple stock is selling for about $113 a share, how many shares can you buy? So yeah, basic, just a math problem here. So another way of saying this, $250 divided by 113, that is going to be your answer. A few more seconds, we will see what the correct answer is. Yeah, simple math problem. Let's see here. Whoops. Show media. Here we go. So yeah, here's my calculator. I hope you guys can see it. 250 divided by 113.05, 2.2. So whole shares, that's going to be 2. 2 is the correct answer. This is the last freebie question. Yeah, it may not make sense to you, but yeah, we do tend to get robots, so this is just a way to get you some free points if you are human. Still have about 3 questions to go. The last question is double points, so you want to make sure you answer that one. And then, of course, we will definitely do a round 2 after this with a brand new set of questions. Greedex, pretty hefty lead, 8,000. Then Olivia's in second with 4,000. And then we got Ouija in third with 2,000. Hopefully you guys can read this. What do you call individuals or institutions that are licensed to buy and sell stocks on the stock market? If you want to trade stocks, you will need them to make the actual transactions for you. Stock exchange, real estate agents, middlemen, or stockbrokers? What do you guys think? Anyone doing anything fun this weekend? Here where I am, it's currently like mid 50s, so it's actually pretty nice out. 50s for some of you, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. pretty warm where I live. I mean, the winter time it's usually pretty cold, so I will take 50 all day, as long as there's no snow. One answer for stock exchange. Stock exchange is where you can actually do the trading or the actual platform. And the broker is the one who actually does the trades for you. Question 22. We have two questions remaining. If you want to practice trading stocks but don't want to risk basically losing your money, then you can try this out. So basically, how do you practice buying and selling stocks without losing money, losing actual money? Do you use a virtual trading platform, an actual trading platform, the Philippine Stock Exchange, or Robinhood? I actually use Robinhood. Yeah, there's definitely pros and cons of using Robinhood. I use it, but it's not my primary brokerage. I use Charles Schwab. You can use a virtual trading platform, also known as paper trading. So you can basically practice trading, and then even if you lose the virtual money, you're not losing your actual money. I know we had it for school. Greedex moving up. I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch Greedex. Again, last question of the game. It is double the points, so you want to make sure you get this one correct. We are definitely doing a round 2 after this with a brand new set of questions. So make sure to stick around for that if you can. All right, you own 2 shares of Apple. Their total value is $226. Apple stock is now selling for just under $55 a share. What is their total value now? So the second sentence, you can basically just ignore that. It's just there to kind of confuse you. So you have 2 shares. Each share is about $55. So 55 times 2 is, what is it, 110? So it's going to be under $110. So hopefully that should yeah, let's see here. Let me pull up the calculator real quick. So you have two shares, and there's $54.76 per share, 109.52. All right, let's see the leaderboard. Top 3 places. Third place, Ouija. Second place, Olivia. And in first place, we have Greedex. Virtual high fives around everyone that participated. Let me switch screens here real quick. All right, guys, so the way this will work, I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on the screen, and we will come back for a brand new round of questions. Round 2, I'm basically just going to recycle some questions from a few weeks ago. So if you can make it to that, please do. If not, make sure you are subscribed. I do this every Friday at the same time. So give me a second. I will put a 5-minute timer on the screen, and I hope to see you back for round 2 of financial trivia. All right, guys, welcome back. This is Mike from Frugal Fam. We are doing live financial trivia round two. Give me a second. I will switch screens and we will get started. All right, so anyone who is not familiar, the way this works, first five questions are completely random. And then starting on question six, we will dive into today's topic. I basically recycled a set of questions from a few weeks. Actually, I think this is from last week. So we are actually doing last week's quiz. Same thing, 23 questions. The last question is double points. First random question. Which horoscope sign is a fish? And I got to look down my notes. Let me see if I can find, because I always take notes just so I can answer some of these questions. But let's see if I can find it. I don't know. One answer for Scorpio. Correct answer is Pisces. We got Greedex, and then we got Hi, Hi. AFK for a bit. I'll be back. All right. All right, Greedex. Thank you for playing first round. Definitely gonna do a second and third round, or this is the second round, but definitely be a third round after this. What is the largest U.S. state by landmass? Texas, Alaska, California, or Washington? Yeah, this is a question. This is a question I've probably seen, a few times, handful of times throughout my life. The first time I got it wrong, but after a while, you kind of like memorize the answer. Correct answer is Alaska is the largest U.S. state by landmass, which may be surprising because California and Texas look very big, really large, but yeah, Alaska's the correct answer. Which app has the total? Sorry, which app has the most total users? I'm gonna look at my notes. Should be able to find this. I mean, I did it last week. Because it is nice to have like more detailed answers. Oh, here we go. I found it. All right. Which app has the most total users? First place is over 2 billion monthly users. First place, that is going to go to Instagram. And then last place is going to be LinkedIn. I'm sorry. Last place is actually Snapchat with 530 million users. We are on question 4 of the random questions. What is the strongest muscle in the human body? And no, it is not your bicep. Some of you might have some big guns, but not going to be your strongest muscle in the body. Your choices are jaw, heart, glutes, or tongue. What do you guys think? Let me know. Strongest muscle in the body. AFK. Greedix said AFK for a bit. What does AFK mean? I have no idea what that means. Strongest muscle is your jaw, also known as your masseter muscle. Kind of cool. We are on question 5. Once again, this is going to be the last random question, and then starting on question 6, we will dive into today's topic. Basically, this is a personal finance quiz that I found online. So, lots of pretty broad personal finance questions. We will see those starting on question 6. Question 5, where was tea invented? Choices are England, USA, China, or France. Any big tea drinkers out there? You know, I do enjoy tea, but I would 100% prefer coffee. That's actually what I'm drinking right now. Um, but yeah, I guess if I don't have coffee, then tea is a okay substitute. Tea was invented in China. Basically, the story goes Shen Nyang, who was a Chinese emperor back in 2737 BC. One of his servants basically came over with water, and then I guess a leaf fell into it, and then somewhere down the line they came up with the idea of boiling it, and that was how tea got started. So we are done with the random questions. Now we are doing the personal finance questions. Question 6: which of the following are financial institutions? Yeah, hopefully get some more participation. We usually have more people that play in the second and third rounds. So this is only round 2. Still got plenty of time to go. Which of the following are financial institutions? Few more seconds. Those are going to be your banks and your credit unions. Greedex is back in the house. Welcome back, Greedex. I'm not sure if you heard my question earlier, but you said that you have a gaming channel. Are you into playing chess at all? Specifically on chess.com. Only reason I ask is because I have an account on chess.com, and I'm always looking to play, fellow subscribers. Which service is a bank likely to offer? And it looks like this guy is trying to deposit his money before the bank closes. I am playing Roblox. Interesting. Roblox. I've heard Roblox is pretty popular. I've never actually played it before, so I don't really know much about it. Which services is a bank likely to offer online banking and savings accounts? Greedex getting some points on the board. Yeah, banks offer checking accounts, saving accounts, certificates of deposits, and then you can also get loans there, such as car loans or mortgages for your home. Yeah, Roblox, never played Roblox. I was always big. If I had to choose a game, well, not on PC, but I always liked the zombies, playing zombies on Call of Duty. That was always one of my favorite games. But for PC, I'm currently playing chess. That's one of the games I play often. I usually play that daily now, actually. So a few ways to do this. What is 8% as a decimal? So anytime you want to convert a percentage to a decimal, you divide by 100. So if you take 8 divided by 100, that will get you your answer. The other way to do it is if you take the decimal and then you move it to the left twice. So this would be 8.0. If you move it once, it's 0.8, and then move it again, it's 0.08. So your blue your blue answer, the top right, is going to be the correct answer here. But yeah, when in doubt, you take the percentage, divide by 100, and that is how you get your decimal. Let's see here. Show you real quick. So 8 divided by 100, 0.08. Keeping the game moving. We're on question 10. What do we call the amount left over from your paycheck after taxes and deductions? So yeah, anytime you get your paycheck from your employer has to withhold certain things. And of course, I'm talking about the United States. I'm not really sure how it works overseas. But at least in the U.S., your employer will withhold your state and federal taxes, Social Security, and then your Medicare taxes. So after your employer takes those out of those deductions out of your paycheck, what is your pay called after that? Is it your balance, your gross balance, your transaction, or your net pay? So your gross pay is basically the number before you get your deductions taken out of your paycheck, and then after your employer withholds that money, your remaining pay is going to be called your net pay. We got Motor Millie, Motor Mill. Is it Motor Mill or Motor Millie? Welcome, Motor. Welcome to the game. We have looks like it's just us three. We have Greedex, Motor, and then yours truly, Frugal Fam. We're on question 11. When depositing money into an account, it is important to what? Whoops, I got to make sure I'm signed into the game here. It's important to include your account number. I remember I got this one wrong. I haven't really, my bank is totally online, so I guess what they're trying to say is you want to make sure your money is deposited into the correct account. But yeah, it's been years since I've actually stepped into a brick and mortar bank, just because my bank is pretty much all online. Yeah, if you're new here, we tend to get robots that join, so this is just a way to get some free points on the board. Anyone have any fun plans this weekend? I know it's April Fool's Day today. Make sure you do not get fooled. So we have one human and one robot, I guess. I guess Motor Mille is a robot. We are on question 13. You can continue to write checks as long as you have checks in your checkbook. I think I have written maybe 5 checks in my entire lifetime. I feel like checks are pretty outdated. Nowadays, you can pretty much pay everything online. But yeah, as long as you have checks, you can basically continue to write checks all day. Is that statement true or is it false? Wow, here is a fun fact for you. Greedex can speak Norwegian. That is crazy. Follow-up question: are you in Norway right now? I heard Norway is pretty cold. Dang, that's cool. Motor Mille getting some points on the board. Greedix um, says they're in Norway. So I guess what time is it in Norway right now? Um, for reference, I'm in New York in the U.S. So what is it? So it's 11:43 a.m. So not quite noon here in New York. I'm guessing Norway. Norway, you're probably like 6 hours ahead of us. So I'm guessing you're probably 5:43. Okay. Yeah, so around dinner time in Norway. Are there any? I have so many. I don't know anyone from Norway. Um, what is there a typical Norwegian dish in terms of food? Like I guess the U.S. we're known for like hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries. Is Norway known for any particular foods? Any like special meals that you guys eat? I don't know. Would love to go to Norway. Yeah, never been, but yeah, dinner time in Norway. Hmm. Question 15. What do we call a fee that is collected for using someone's money? So you go to the bank and you're basically asking to borrow money. And so how does the bank make their money basically? Any other not crazy, any other countries out there? So I'm here in New York. We have Norway. Anyone else from a different country? Let me know in the live chat. I feel like to date, people who have played this game, over the past year, we tend to get people from like Australia, the UK. I know Wales. A few weeks ago, we had someone from Wales. Correct answer is interest. Greedex and motor moving up. Yeah, I'm still curious. Yeah, Greedex, let us know. Let us know if you have any like cool meals in Norway or any interesting types of food. Question 16. A direct deposit is when you take your check directly to the bank after you receive it. Anyone who has direct deposit, you should be able to get this one correct. And if not, you have a 50% chance of guessing it. Yeah, Wales, UK, Australia, Canada. I think we once had someone from Turkey. So it's kind of cool to like chat with other people across the world since we're all on different time zones. Direct deposit is, yeah. So instead of your employer giving you a physical check, they basically just instantly deposit it into your account. So I'll use my work for an example. I get paid on Wednesday, so every Wednesday all my coworkers will physically get a paper check. I don't receive that. Instead, every Wednesday I wake up and the money is already deposited into my bank account. So that's how direct deposit works. Question 17: credit cards and debit cards. are essentially the same thing. Um, Another easy one, 50% chance of getting this one right. So even if you don't know, just give it a guess. Credit cards, debit cards are the same thing. They are not the same thing. When you buy something on credit, really like American Express is buying it on your behalf, and then you have to repay them at a specific date in the future. When you buy with a debit card, the money instantly comes out of your account. So there is definitely a big difference. Motor Mill moving up first place 3 in a row. Guys, there is a double point question on question 23. So I guess that'll be the tiebreaker because it looks like you guys are pretty close for first and second. Oh man, I forgot. I put these questions in here. So these are questions from last week. This one, just give it your best guess. Yeah, but yeah, so you need yeah, you need Excel, Microsoft Excel for this. But basically, what you do, if you're curious, you need the future value formula. So it's 1 plus the interest rate to the t power. So it's 1.12 to the 10th power, and you multiply that by 8,000, and then that gets you an answer of 24,000. I don't have the Excel. I guess you'll just have to trust me there. Motor Mill guess 4 in a row. Yeah, sorry, I forgot I put those Excel questions in here. Anyone who is new here, not only do you get points for answering correctly, but you also get points for how quickly you answer. So anytime I give you a freebie question like this, just make sure to answer it as quickly as possible. That way you can maximize your points. I guess someone is definitely trolling here. I guess Motor Mill doesn't want to win. Well, still plenty of time. Motor Mill and Greedex pretty close for first and second. I guess we'll see who wins that. So we already had a percentage question like this. So again, if you want to convert percentage to a decimal, you divide it by 100. So 25 divided by 100, and then whatever that is, multiply that by 12,000, and that is going to be your answer. Another way to do it is 25% is a quarter, so it's 1/4 of 100. So what is 1/4 of 12,000? 12,000 divided by 4 is going to be 3,000. So 3,000 is going to be your answer here, or you can do 0.25 multiplied it by 12,000. Yeah, 3,000 correct answer. All right, no one got that one right. Okay. Looking at the live chat, let's see what we have here. So I asked about food in Norway. Greedex said, food in Norway, we have fish cake. It's not a real cake. You can get it in dinner time. In Norway, we eat fish cake. It's not a real cake. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. So I work at a restaurant, and we actually have. So we call it a fish burger. Oh, I gotta plug my laptop in. Hopefully my computer doesn't die, but I just plugged it in. Anyways, I know exactly what you're talking about. We have a fish burger at the restaurant that I work at. You basically take like codfish, you crumple it up with like other spices, and then you deep fry it, and you make it into like a burger, like a patty, and then you eat it. You eat it like a hamburger, but it's not beef. It's made out of it's a fried fish basically. So I'm assuming that's what you mean when you say a fish cake, like a fish patty. Um, yeah, so we serve it. We have like two buns, like two roll like bread for the outside. Then the fish patty is deep fried fish, and then we put it over lettuce, and then we sprinkle some like sauce on top of it. But yeah, it would be interesting to try it out in Norway. I wonder what kind of fish is like native to Norway. Well, specifically for the fish cake. This way, guys, I already taught you how to do this. When you convert it, you have to you divide it by 100, or you can move the decimal place to the left 2 times. So if you move it twice, it's going to be 0.165. Um, Other way to do it is 16.5% divided by 100, 0.165. Motor Mille moving up. Guys, double point question. You want to make sure you get this one right. I'm going to preface that this one you need Microsoft Excel. I do apologize. Give it your best shot. Um, I can pull up Excel if you want to see the solution here, but I guess you'll just have to trust me on this. Yeah, give it your best guess. This is double points. So hopefully, if you get this one right, you get first. It's not real cake. Sometimes they eat salmon and cod and shrimp. Yeah, we use cod in the fish burgers that we sell at a restaurant. Um, Salmon's really good. My favorite fish is tuna. Really big on tuna and sushi. I don't know if you guys like sushi, but yeah, huge fan of sushi. Salmon's good, but I would say tuna is probably one of my favorite fish. Um, 20 seconds to go. Give it your best guess. Guys, we are on round two. There are going to be 3 rounds total. So if you can make it for the next round, please do. And then if not, do want to thank everyone that played today. Yeah, give it your best shot. Correct answer was 34,000. I'm not gonna pull up Excel. It's a lot of work. Third place we have High. Second place Greedex. First place Motor Melee or Mill. Guys, virtual high fives around. Guys, we're gonna do round 3 here in a second. Let me just switch screens. All right, again, I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on the screen. If you can come back for round 3, please do. It's going to be a brand new set of questions. And then again, if not, I do thank you for playing today. Make sure you are subscribed. I do this every Friday. And then when you're subscribed, you will get notified anytime I go live. Give me a second. I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on the screen, and we will come back for round 3 in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, guys. My name is Mike, doing personal finance trivia. I think today's topic is going to be European money. Let me switch screens and we will get started. All right, and those that are new here, first 5 questions are going to be completely random. And then starting on question 6, we will dive into the topic. This is a quiz from a few weeks ago, has to do about European money. So we will learn more about that starting on question 6. First question, what is the speed of sound? And we are in kilometers. Anywhere between 120 kilometers all the way up to 1,200 kilometers. What do you guys think? Ouija back in the chat. Taste test part 2. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad to see you watched it. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what I should taste. I've had friends that wanted me to do a taste test for alcohol. I don't know if I actually want to do that because I do try to keep my channel pretty family friendly. So I don't know if I could do alcohol on my channel. Um, but yeah, let me know if you have any ideas. And anyone who doesn't really know what I'm talking about, I did a YouTube video on my channel where basically I gathered up my friends and we got 10 food products. 5 of them are generic, and then the other 5 are name brand. So the example is like Cheerios. Cheerios cereal will be one, and then Tostios would be the other. Or like Dr. Pepper versus Dr. Sparkle. And so we did a blind taste test to see which one tasted better. So if you, well, basically, I plan on doing another one in the future. But yeah, alcohol would be good, but I don't know if I want to do alcohol on my channel just to kind of, try to keep it family friendly. Never seen generic alcohol. Um, well, I guess for alcohol you would have to do top shelf versus bottom shelf. So it would be, so to give an example, it would be like for like the vodka category, um, top shelf would probably be like Belvedere vodka, and then bottom shelf would be pretty much anything that you would find in a gas station. And so you could do a blind taste test where, someone tastes, one, then the other, and then you decide which one is better. Because there's a pretty big price difference between top shelf vodka versus bottom shelf. Um, Ouija pretty busy at work today, so can't play along. Hey, no worries. Out of curiosity, where do you? I guess we don't have to tell us where you work, but I guess what do you do for work? Are you in like an office setting, or well, I'm assuming you're in an office setting because if you're working with your hands, then you probably can't message on here. But yeah, let us know if you want. If not, that's cool. I work in a restaurant, so that's what I will be doing after this. I will literally be flipping hamburgers. So not the best job, but it's something. I did not mean to ignore Greedex. Greedex made a comment. Frugal fam, more like frugal fame. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you, Greedex. Ouija is in IT support. Dang. Yeah, so anytime my computer freezes, then I'll have to reach out to you. I'm like so bad when it comes to IT stuff. Um, isn't the joke though that there's an old joke. It's like for IT people, it's like if something doesn't work, you unplug it and then plug it back in, and then it should work again. I don't know if that's a common joke, but I have had friends that are in the IT field and they joke about that. Like anytime there's a problem with the computer, have you tried unplugging it and then plugging it back in? Because sometimes it actually fixes the problem. But yeah, I'm not a big IT person. I wish I was more familiar with it, but yeah, unfortunately I'm not. In which country is Transylvania? Yeah, I thought. Yeah, we just said just turning it off and on again. I thought that was a joke because yeah, I've had friends that do IT. They literally say the same thing. Like the first step to problem solving is like turn it off and then turn it back on. But maybe sometimes like the simplest answers are like the best solutions. I don't know. Transylvania is Romania. I should also introduce everyone. Greedex, Frugal Fam is me, and then Hacker, but with a W. Hackware, Hackware. Question 6: what does it mean to be financially literate? Yeah, IT is cool. I'm trying to think. Frugal ham and frugal clam. Yeah, to date, fruit. I don't know if you can beat frugal ham. Frugal ham is just it's funny. Frugal clam is close, but yeah, frugal ham. I'm trying to think all the jobs that I've had. I've had, let's see, my first job ever was lifeguarding. 16 years old, I was a lifeguard. Um, did that. College, I was a lifeguard. Lifeguard's a pretty easy job in college. I did that all through college as well. And then my internships, I've had lots, not lots, but I've had like three, three like office jobs. You know, the typical boring sit in an office. You gotta like dress up. I had to be clean shaven, so I actually shaved for work. Those were both internships. One was at a one was actually at a bank, a custody bank. Another was at the post office. Anyone who is familiar with the United States Post Office, I actually had an internship as a corporate, I guess you can call it a financial analyst. I did that for 8 months, and then I had another job where it was like your stereotypical internship where you kind of just did whatever they told you to do. So there's a lot of filing paperwork. Probably the worst internship I've had, but it was kind of good experience of like what I did not enjoy. And then how I work in a restaurant now. But I think I definitely prefer hands-on jobs. I'm more of a hands-on person, and I don't know, sitting behind a desk sometimes can get boring. Just my opinion. Yeah, now I'm like, so I have to leave. So 2:30, so in 2 hour, basically in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I have to leave for work. So I'm like, man, do I get lunch after this or do I work out? I have to prioritize my time. Question 8: what makes for a higher income? Working 40 hours a week at 950 euros per hour, or working 32 hours a week for 2.5 euros per hour. I should have mentioned this is European money. This is a quiz that we did a few weeks ago. That's why you don't see dollar signs, you see euros. Um, yeah, some of my most viewed videos have to do with European money, and I think that's only because usually when I go live, um, everyone in Europe is already back from work, and then everyone in the U.S. is already at work. So I think that makes sense. This is just a simple math problem. You basically just multiply the hours times the amount that you make. And so correct answer is 32 hours at 12.50 euros per hour. Question 9. I'm going to skip this one. Question 10. Yeah, we usually have 23 questions, and in this round, we actually have 26. Question 10. If you ever run into financial problems, it is perfectly okay to seek expert advice and get financial help. I also forgot to mention, I do have. I know Ouija already checked it out, but there's a April Fool's video on my channel right now. It's only about 60 seconds long, so do check it out if you haven't checked it out already. Um, I was really hoping it would get a lot of views today, but it actually hasn't gotten a lot of views. But I don't know. It's April Fool's related. It's personal finance related. But yeah, check it out on the channel if you get a chance. Trust me, I am a professional, and it looks like it's a financial dog. IT support doesn't have the best pay, but it's enough to save for that 7 Series BMW. Hey, that's awesome. It's good to have goals. I mean, you're not you're not going to work every day to do the 9 to 5 grind just to live paycheck to paycheck. So it is definitely good to have financial goals. 7 Series BMW. Yeah, that'd be. I wonder if you can rent that. Like, I wonder if Hertz. Like, what are the rental companies? You got Hertz, Hertz Enterprise, Avis. I wonder. There's got to be a company that does BMW 7 Series rentals. Because that'd be cool just to rent for like a day, just to like test drive it. Which should not be your top priority. Entertainment, entertainment. You need to pay rent. You need your cell phone, groceries, insurance. Entertainment should be at the bottom of your list. I always thought, yeah, but I was always thought it'd be cool to rent a luxury car for the day, just to basically test drive it, and it'd probably be cool to like record people's like looking at you, like if you drove down a popular like city street in like a Lamborghini. It'd be cool to like record people's reactions. Be like, yeah, this is totally not a rental, totally my car. I own it. Yeah, Ouija said, yeah, I was planning on doing a test drive with a rental. Yeah, because it'd be cool to rent it out. I mean, I don't know how much it would cost. I mean, I would guess if you would, because I know they have Lamborghini rentals, but I would imagine like Lamborghinis are probably like $1,000 to rent, if not more. I don't actually know. But I wonder if you could, yeah, if you could rent a BMW, and hopefully it's not that expensive, just for the day. There's something cool about getting reactions. Yeah, I mean, I know where I live, you don't see those luxury cars every day. So if I drove down like Main Street in my small town, well, for one, people would know that I'm a tourist because we don't. I don't know. We don't have like fancy people driving fancy cars around, but yeah, would definitely get looks. Um, I don't know. I don't know if Lamborghini. I mean, don't get me. It'd be cool to drive a Lamborghini, but I don't know if that's the luxury car that I would take. I guess I'd probably have to see all the different options. But would definitely be cool to rent a any type of luxury car, really. This is one I learned not too long ago, but there's a few things going on here. Um, if you look, it's one of them says HTTP, and then one of them is HTTPS. The S indicates that it is a secured website. You can also notice the difference. One has the globe, and one has a lock. So if it has a lock and then the S at the end of it, it is a secured website. Just something to be mindful of. Yeah, I always thought I used to watch those gold digger videos. Anyone who's not familiar, it's basically where you get like a rental Lamborghini, and then you drive and you basically ask girls out on a date, and then they deny you, and then after they learn that you have the Lamborghini, then they're like suddenly interested in you. But I'm pretty sure most of those videos are fake. But they are actually pretty entertaining to watch. Even though I know they're fake, it's still kind of funny to watch. What is true about your income? We were on question 14. 14 of 26. Money is a tool to afford a good life for you and your family. We are still moving. I'm gonna skip the robot question. Knock on wood, we actually haven't had any robots yet, and we are in round three. So I would say that's definitely a win for this channel because usually we get robots. Ouija said so that's proof that it's only about money, not relationships. Well, I don't know. So you have to make your own opinion on that, but in the videos, I'm sure you've seen the videos, but a lot of them seem pretty like they seem fake. Like the guy hires actresses. I don't know. That's why you kind of have to make your own opinion about it, but it does kind of make you think twice because you walk up to a pretty girl, ask on a date, she denies you, and then after she learns you own the Lamborghini, then suddenly becomes interested in you. I think there might be some truth into that, but I also think those videos are definitely scripted, or they hire actors and actresses for those scenes. But nonetheless, they are pretty entertaining to watch. Yeah, we just said I could see that being scripted. Yeah, I don't. I think a few channels have actually come out and like exposed them and said like, yeah, they're fake. But I don't know. You think you just have to make your own opinion because some of it too is like you see what they're wearing and it's like I feel like people don't wear like I don't know. Yeah, some of it's fake. Some of it you gotta make your own opinion about. Better to work for a big company or is it better to run a profitable business yourself? Both are good. You can choose your own path. Yeah, good to have. Nothing wrong for working for a company or trying to be an entrepreneur and um, do something yourself. Being an entrepreneur, you are your own boss. Working for a company, you have to, I guess, be okay working for being a subordinate and working for someone else. What is not a good strategy for success? You can be looks like you can be a construction worker, um, go to the casino, win the jackpot, be a scientist, or go to college. I'm assuming that's what it is. Do you think the Gordon Ramsay shows are scripted? It seems like it. Dang, that's funny. So Gordon, I don't know if you follow what's his name? John, is it John Taffer from Bar Rescue? If you're not familiar, so Bar Rescue is a similar show to like the Gordon Ramsay shows, except it's instead of being about cooking, it's about like the bar in general. But I would place John Taffer and then Gordon Ramsay in the same category. So they both have very strong personalities on TV, but part of me thinks off camera they are very different. Um, that being said, I have heard that Gordon Ramsay is the way that he is because who he used to work under, like I guess his first boss or whoever trained him, basically treated him that way, and so that's why he's kind of the way that he is. So I don't know. I would assume off camera, both John Taffer and Gordon Ramsay are probably they're probably not as mean as they seem on television. I mean, at least I would hope. But at the same time, in reality, I think they're both not afraid of confrontation. So like, if they need to be confrontational, they will be. But I would hope they're not always confrontational, like 24/7. So yeah, I think on camera they both hype it up a lot more than they actually truly are. So because if you're like angry like that all the time, I think that kind of wears on people. So I hope it's only for television purposes. But I don't know. Who knows? Your income level greatly affects your saving habits. I don't know, but who knows? I mean, I mean, both those people are very successful, so I don't know. I think a lot of people are afraid of confrontation, especially in like the workplace. I think that's probably why those guys are successful because they have no problem confronting like employees. Um, but yeah, their show they definitely make good television shows. And I think Gordon Ramsay owns like a bunch of different restaurants too. And then fun fact, Gordon Ramsay, he what was his story? He tried out for like professional soccer. I think he got injured and then couldn't play. And so if it had not been for his injury, I don't know if he would have ever gotten into the culinary worlds because I know he was originally big into soccer and he was trying to be a professional athlete and I believe he got injured. Um, so had that not happened, maybe he would have never gotten into like cooking. And then John Taffer, I don't really know his story, but he's very similar personality to Gordon Ramsay, just in the bar industry. What is true during a recession? Your personal finances matter even more. try to push through these questions. Only a few more to go. We usually only do 23, but for whatever reason, I have 26 here. What is a good emergency fund? So think of anything that happens unexpectedly. So maybe your car breaks down. Instead of going to a credit card, which is going to charge you interest, you should have an emergency fund, which is basically 3 to 6 months of savings in your bank account. So you basically have funds to pay for your car breaking down, or maybe you have like a something wrong for the dentist, and you have to pay out of pocket at the dentist. Yeah, because the bills from the dentist, that can add up pretty quick too. Yeah, so I said 3 to 6 months of savings in your bank account. Correct answer, money on a special bank account for use in case of emergencies. 24 of 26. Almost done. I might actually eat. I'm not sure if I should work out or eat before work. It's tough because I'm actually pretty hungry right now. What is the most important thing Tom needs to do to start improving his personal finances? I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like a Tom. Like if I didn't know what his name was, I would assume his name is Tom. It looks like he's trying to improve his personal finances. So should he get a job that pays more, get a second job, pay off his credit card debt, or cancel his unused subscriptions, i.e., Netflix? Can't go wrong lifting weights while eating frozen pizza at the same time. When you are, I don't know how, well, I think you're in your 20. I think you said you're 21. When you hit, I'm 31 right now. When you hit your 30s, you start getting heartburn. Man, eating pizza, I feel like eating pizza definitely gives me heartburn. And I mean, I continue to do it, but yeah, getting heartburn while trying to work out, that is that's a recipe for disaster. I mean, you can definitely do it, but I don't know. Yeah, I get heartburn. So for me, it's like I could eat pizza, but then I'd have to wait like an hour, or I can just work out while I'm hungry and then just eat afterwards. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be a pizza day. It's probably going to be like a peanut butter bagel. Um, I always do. So you take an everything bagel, you toast it, you put peanut butter on it, and then you slice up bananas. So you're basically making a peanut butter banana sandwich out of an everything bagel. So that's been kind of like my healthy snack. That's what I might go with today. You have too much debt if you are only able to make the minimum monthly payment on your credit card. That one is going to be true. We are on the last question of the game. What is not a good strategy to be financially resilient? Anyone new that joined us? We usually do 3 rounds every Friday. This is the third round, so I'm gonna call it after this one. I do have to get ready for work. Have to work the next 2 hours. But remember, today is April Fool's Day. Try not to get fooled by anyone. It might be difficult, it might not be, but just be aware that it is April Fool's, and your friends and coworkers are probably gonna try to prank you today. I also have an April Fool's video on my YouTube channel. It's only 60 seconds long, so be sure to check that out. Ouija said Bay's English muffin with Canadian bacon slices and hot sauce. Well, and egg. Don't forget, throw some eggs on there. That would be a really nice breakfast sandwich. Basically, having a bagel, eggs, bacon. We got third place, Smiley Face with stars. Second place is Hack, and then first place is Frugal Fam. Even though, oh no, Greedex. Sorry, Greedex got first place. Um, even though no one had any points, but hey, we will roll with it. Gonna switch screens here. All right, guys, we usually do 3 rounds, and that was the third round, so I'm going to call it for a day. I hope everyone has a great start to your weekend. Again, if you're new here, make sure you are subscribed. That way, you get notified anytime I go live. Thank you, Ouija, Greedex, everyone else that played today. Really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to play. I hope to see you next week. Next week, same time Friday, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.